and the loud applause lies the quietest, most decisive battlefield in pageantry, the closed-door interview. Inside that room, there are no spotlights, no gowns, just the queen, the judges, and the truth of who she is. We will open that door for you and unlock the secrets to owning that crucial moment. This is Rampa, your masterclass in Philippine pageantry.
In pageantry, timing is everything. Your walk, your smile, your confidence. But that night in Cebu, even timing itself was tested. During the preliminaries of Miss Asia Pacific International 2025, as the queens took the final stage in full elegance, a magnitude 6.9 earthquake struck, shaking the Cebu Coliseum, the lights, and the nerves of everyone inside. Yet in the middle of it all, one queen stood her ground, literally and figuratively. Anita Rose Gomez of the Philippines kept her composure, her posture, and her poise, proving that grace is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. When the tremors ended, the applause rose even louder, and at the coronation, she stood proudly as first runner-up, just behind Brazil's Isabela Fernandez. Some say she was robbed of the crown. Others say she simply reminded us that true queens don't lose their sparkle, even when the world shakes.
Hello, Philippines! Mabuhay! I am Bea Rose Santiago, and with us today are two women who know exactly what it takes to face the judges behind closed door. First, Miss Supermodel Worldwide 2025 first runner-up, Charyzah Esparago. And joining her is Binibining Pilipinas 2015 first runner-up, an educator, and now a mentor to aspiring queens, Ms. Ruth Sison. Thank you so much for having the time, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, you just won, guys.
Yeah.
Our first Miss Supermodel Worldwide Philippines 2025 first runner-up.
Yes.
How was that experience?
Oh, it was really wonderful, but very nerve-wracking, of course. I mean, I've done the national stage a couple times, but international, it's so different.
How was that different?
I mean, one, you're carrying the Philippines. It's
course.
just Philippines,
Yes,
right?
you're Miss Philippines now.
It's everybody that you're representing. But then also, I got to make so many new, like, international friends. So if you guys want a vacation anytime soon, I've got some girls that wanna
Oh my
sleep
God,
over.
the perks of being the winner.
Yes,
I love it. I love it. How about you, Miss Hannah? Prof. Hannah. So she's an educator in two major universities in the Philippines, in La Salle and Benil, right?
Yes.
Wow, can you tell us about how it feels to be all of the above, beauty queen, model, and an educator?
Well, I've been teaching longer than I was a beauty queen.
Yes.
I started teaching, when was it? 2010, and I started pageantry 2013. So beyond being a beauty queen, it has been my life more than the pageantry and modeling, etc. So I don't really know how to describe it as compared to pageantry kasi talagang ang
But mas
tagal na siya
mahirap
eh.
ba maging prof or maging beauty queen?
For me, being a beauty queen is harder.
Wow!
Because it's more public image. It's more,
Okay.
there's a lot of things that you have to consider. And you know what they always say, parang beauty pageant, it's more like a sport, di ba? Ang dami mong paghahandaan versus when it's teaching. I mean, of course, teaching is hard as well. But siguro passion ko na kasi talaga yun, kaya it's easier for me.
Easier to be an educator. Why not? And Hannah is one of the most beautiful, most talented,
Thank you.
and one of the most for me, top model siya. Kasi palagi po siyang nasa TV, nasa ads. So she really is one of the top commercial models ng Philippines. She's one of the money-making models po. Yun po ang difference
Thank you.
ng most models. So there's the money-making and then there's just the models, which I used to do before. And aside from that, she's very smart. You guys are both very smart. What would you give as an advice to girls preparing for a closed-door interview? Because Q&A is one of the most nerve-wracking, and for me, it's the most intimidating part of a
Definitely,
pageant.
yeah.
Especially pag closed door, because then you have no choice but to answer authentically. So what's your advice to girls who are preparing for that?
I think definitely a lot of research and training. I mean, it's not something a lot of people consider to do. But kasi when you join a beauty pageant, people think you already have it. Pero hindi, you really need a lot of research, a lot of training. Because the brain is like, I guess parang gym, muscle memory.
Yes.
If you haven't been going to the gym for a long time, medyo mawawala, mababawasan yung power mo.
Oh,
But
parang,
in
yes.
answering questions, it's the same thing. You need focus, you need a lot of determination, but at the same time, a lot of practice and training. But everything as well is something that you know, so you have to know yourself. So like if they ask you what's your favorite color and you don't know what your favorite color is, you definitely won't be able to answer. So you really have to know yourself.
Practice, lots
research and training as well.
Of course, thank you so much, Prof. Hannah. How about you, Miss Supermodel?
Yeah, no, it's the same mindset, and then also just really understanding what's the point of a closed-door interview. It's not to make you nervous. It's for the judges to get to know you before they see you on stage. So this is your chance to give them something that you and your friends and your family know very well, which is how wonderful you are, how advocacy-driven you are, how well-spoken you are. These are things that they don't know. They don't know what your hobbies, your interests, what that stands for. Because at the end of the day, when we're standing there as beauty queens, it's not a crown that we're aiming for. It's that title to be an ambassadress of this organization. So,
winner! Winner ang kanyang answer. So we've seen the glamour on stage, but the real deciding moment happens behind closed door. Let's break it down on how to own that room. Okay, Charyzah, with your experience, ano bang nangyayari sa closed door interviews?
yeah, same with what I said. It's your chance to really give those judges a chance to see you. It's for your personality to shine. And especially with Miss Supermodel Worldwide, it was my opportunity to show the organizers something about me that they'd never known before. So they know me as like a businesswoman, this academic person, but they didn't know that I was an artist. And the organizer was an artist. So we really spent that whole closed-door interview just talking about some of my favorite paintings, some of my favorite stuff that he's shown me. And I think that really helped at the end of the day, because when coronation night happened, I know that he saw me as Charyzah, not just as, candidate number, et cetera, et cetera.
Miss Philippines. I love it. May connection kayo. Nako, that's a good indication. And it made you comfortable. And I think that really helps sa performance ng isang babae. What do you think are the common mistakes that a candidate can do during the Q&A or closed-door interview?
When we talk about Q&A in the pageant stage mismo, kasi it's just 30 seconds, it's just, and people judge you definitely based on the few seconds that they see you. As compared to a closed-door interview, as Charyzah mentioned, it's the time that the judges get to know you more beyond the 30 seconds that you prepare, you show yourself. The 30 seconds is just parang impression ng mga tao sa'yo. Versus here, they get to know you more on a deeper level. What your hobbies are, who you are as a person, because there's no limit to that. So some mistakes that you're able to do during closed-door interview is not really showing much of yourself, not really highlighting yourself. Kasi this is a beauty pageant, you really need to highlight yourself as well. So, and not knowing yourself that much.
Dapat kilala mo talaga, and you're really strong on who you are before you compete, so that you can answer behind closed doors interviews. Alam niyo guys, before I answered during my Binibining Pilipinas stint, it was Ruth Sison who helped me, because I was having a panic attack for the first time. Hindi ko alam nangyayari. I forgot what it felt like to go on stage, and then it was the top 15, and then she pulled me aside while I was having a panic attack. She didn't know then, but she pulled me and she said, "You better win. You have to win for all of us." And then that just opened me, and I said, "Tama siya. I have to win." And I think that was the Professor Hannah that talked to me, because after that, I felt unstoppable. So thank you so much, Professor Hannah Ruth Sison. Thank you for that.
But to add to that, you really do need a circle of support,
Yes.
a support circle rather,
Yes.
to really push you and encourage you. Kasi in a public space or in an industry as public as pageantry,
Yes.
madaming bashers, madaming makaka-bring down ng emotions mo. So, lalong nakakadagdag sa kaba. So, if there's a lot of people pushing you, helping you, and believing in you, that
Yes.
really helps. Kasi
Wow.
pageantry is not a physical contest. If people think it's just about physical beauty, but it's really a lot of mental.
Yes, a lot of
mental.
kailangan strong ka here
Yeah.
and here and the core.
Yeah.
The core lahat.
Yes.
And dalawang core, yung abs and the mind and the
Yeah.
soul. Diba?
Talagang ano.
Yes, that's so. And, oh, thank you so much, Hannah. Actually, a lot of girls are probably, or guys are probably needing that, because it really is a hard way to go for an interview na wala kang alam, especially a lot of young and inexperienced beauty queens don't know how to please the judges behind closed doors. So iisipin nila, I just have to say yes to whatever the judges will like. But really, the more na totoo ka, the more gusto ka ng judge. So Charyzah, do you have any comments, or like, do you remember a time where you've witnessed someone's interview or your interview na parang may mali? Is there anything you want to share to people? May ganun ka bang experience na parang, wait lang, dapat I should have done better during that closed-door interview? Or may na-witness ka ba na sana ganitong ginawa niya?
Yeah, many times. Actually, Ate Hannah and I, I've trained with her and have been trained by her. So she knows that, for example, when we have our Q&A training, we have the girls go up in the middle of the room full of these, people that you may not know, or people that are your best friends, which is more nerve-wracking
Yes.
when you already know the person. So me, I'm very finicky when it comes to my Q&A. But I've noticed that the time when I make a mistake is when I'm so stuck on delivering a perfect answer as opposed to just answering the question.
Yes.
I'm like, I have to say this phrase, I have to mention this person, I have to talk about this advocacy, I have to use this word, and then after that, wala na. It stops being my question and answer. It just becomes an answer that has been programmed into my brain. So what I noticed, I stopped making mistakes once I developed an opinion for all of the questions and not the perfect answer.
Wow. Say that again. Once.
I developed an opinion for the question as opposed to the perfect
so
answer.
having your own opinion really is what will win you closed-door interviews. Really
absolutely.
being yourself.
I'd like to add to what she said. A lot of the times kasi when we try to answer, you really want to deliver a perfect answer.
Yes.
Hence, nagiging technical na everything that you do.
Yes.
Nagiging technical na yung pag-isip mo. Then you fail to answer authentically.
Yes.
That's why I said it's very important to do the training and the
the
research
training.
beforehand.
Yes.
Para lahat ng technical, masanay ka na. And when you go on stage, it's just you. Sanay na siya.
Yes. We've just peeled back the secrets of how to ace the closed-door interview. After the break, we're diving into how candidates can use the interview room to show their stories and strength. Plus, may mainit na chika tayo sa pinakabagong ganap sa mundo ng kagandahan. Stay with us. This is Rampa, only on Billionaire News Channel. You're still with us in Rampa. The closed-door interview isn't just a test. It's a stage to tell your story and show your power. Here's how candidates can transform pressure into presence. Okay, Miss Hannah Ruth.
Yes.
Well, how do you prepare for that first impression? Is it posture? Is it eye contact? Your tone? Like, what's the secret?
First impression, it's really about your aura, your confidence. So, hindi lang siya ang iyong pagsasalita. Kailangan kasama rin ang inyong... Kaya pag training, whole package, di ba? Passerella, your makeup, your styling, etc. So, pagpasok mo pa lang, you already give that aura of confidence. When you're not that confident, sometimes you can fake it naman with a good posture, confident posture and good aura. Siyempre, with good aura, you need a mental, good mental space. So, before that, siyempre, you can do whatever tradition you do, pray or dance or whatever. Pero para paglabas mo, pagdating mo doon, very fresh and may confident aura.
Is that the secret of Miss Hannah Ruth Sison?
Before, when I was in pageantry, I dance.
No, hindi.
Ngayon, hindi ako nakapag-dance.
Hindi
so,
na
sweet
ba?
lang ako.
Sweet girl. Oo, nung kakilala ko po si Hannah, talagang sweet girl demure yan. Kami po yung medyo may ingay. At saka naman, I'm happy naman, Miss Hannah, with Miss Hannah, Prof. Hannah, na you're just, you're not only shy anymore. You're not shy anymore. You're really like a blooming flower na.
Sometimes I still am shy.
Lumabas si demure.
I am.
But how about you? You just won. So, how did you manage to capture, aside from having the similarities with one of the judges, syempre that gave you the boost of confidence. But really, what was that secret recipe that you had in mind before going to your international pageant?
Honestly, it's really, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's about being prepared. Like this isn't. It's not just ganda-gandahan. Like I'm not just making my hair look nice or my dress look nice.
Yes.
It's really like the first thought every time I dressed. It was strategic. How can I present myself in a way that is immediately empowering for me and intimidating to my competitors? Because it's a competition as well at the end of the day. And that's why I said I'm so happy that I have this like affinity for fashion. Because it was a matter of, I know that today I want my skin color to really pop, so I'm going to wear this specific shade of blue. Or I know that, for example, this hair will make me stand out the most. Yung mga ganon.
So very strategic ka talaga.
Everything. From the hair to the makeup to the... Oh my goodness, there was a candidate, she's 6'1", love her. Hi Joy, love you. But so because she's 6'1", no more baby heels. We were always wearing the highest platforms because I know my presence, but I also wanted them to know that I'm here and I'm ready to
And it's
compete.
supermodel, so kailangan supermodel ka.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
I love how you you intertwined your background into this pageant. It was really for you. This pageant is really for you.
Yes.
Supermodel, which you are. How tall are you, Charyzah?
I'm 5'9".
5'9", but you look 5'11" or 6'1",
thank
di ba,
you.
Hannah?
Yeah.
Thank
wow,
you.
and it's all because she mastered. She was strategic about her personal styling,
dressing.
beautiful, and the color was also important to you.
Yes.
I love
and
it.
good posture.
Yes,
Shoulders
yes.
and posture.
Learn from the best.
My question
Ganun
actually
palagi.
is, how do candidates weave their advocacy or their personal story naturally into their answers? Because that's important.
Yes.
Siyempre, you're a stylist person. You're a very stylish person. How do you weave that advocacy of yours to the Q&A?
Oh, actually that's my biggest fallback. It's always me as a person. If I don't know the answer, for example, let's say it's a very political question or it's something that I may not have researched, syempre, you're not gonna go on stage and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, back out, I don't know what to say. I always fall back to what I know most, which is my advocacy, what I believe in. My advocacy is actually for educating children. So I have an advocacy program, the Baby Steps program, where we provide extracurricular activities to kids, because I would have never been able to find this love for painting or for fashion if I didn't have that after-school program to support it. So that's what I like to give to the kids. And then it's just a matter of understanding that everything involves you and your advocacy.
Yes.
So whenever they would ask me about it, sometimes I get in trouble sa Q&A training because they're like, you don't have to talk about your advocacy every time. But it's just so interwoven into who I am that if you're gonna talk to me, you're gonna end up hearing about fashion. You're gonna end up hearing about painting.
Oo, kasi ikaw yun eh.
It's just
diba?
me.
You're being you. You're being authentically you. Yun. So, to be authentically you in a Q&A, it has to be your opinion.
Yes.
Tama yung sabi mo na it has to be you. So, kailangan may laman ka na when you're joining a pageant. Di ba, Prof. Hannah?
Yes. And aside from that, di ba, all of you are the same, like, beautiful.
Yes.
All of you are beautiful, all of you are joining the same pageant, and somehow sort of being asked same questions. So your answer, your advocacy, your personality, everything about you is the one thing that can make you unique.
I love
So
it.
talagang kailangan mo siyang
Yes.
weave into your answers.
Actually, my question is for people who are going through mental block or mental crisis, like how I experienced panic attack ako. Hannah, you went through Q&A 3 times. What was it that really kept you strong, mentally strong?
I remember some of my national pageants before. I had a provincial pageant and I had a local pageant. Hindi ako nakasagot.
What? And you were a professor
Bata pa ako noon, but
okay,
still,
okay.
I wasn't able to answer. And sometimes kasi despite everything that you do, when you're on stage, minsan nagme-mental block ka.
Yes.
That's why very integral na ma-build mo yung confidence mo, not just fake it. I mean, sometimes you can fake it, but it's better that you build your confidence. And you build your confidence naman through a lot of things, from training, research, and even building a strong fan base or core group, etc. And pag nasanay ka na to speak, to talk, and you know in your heart that you can do it, kasi you've already experienced it. So when you're already on stage, it's easier na for you. It's just
Smooth na.
Yeah.
Oo, easy na lang.
Hindi ka na magba-blackout masyado. Ang lalabas na lang sa'yo. Possibly, it's not the best thought na lalabas sa'yo, pero the built-in thoughts already, lalabas na lang siya.
Yes. Actually, that makes you so confident when you're tanggap mo yung sarili mo.
Yes.
When you know you did your best, 100%, pumasok ka into pageantry, and then kung ano man yung na-answer mo, yun yung best mo at that time. That's who you are at that time. So, yun yung the best na nabigay mo. Kaya important yung trainings and preparations, like Hannah said.
Yes,
Wow, I thank you so much for this question. Sana na-meet ko kayo 11 years ago. Pero hindi naman tayo ganito kagaling 11 years ago. I mean, you were probably a baby, but sige.
Elementary pa ako
We're the
nun.
same
Oh my
age.
gosh.
Oo, 2 years older lang tayo sa kanya.
Yes, that's right.
Joke lang. Okay, let's put these tips and tricks into actions. And let's start with the basics. How do you enter that closed door room? So, tatayo po tayo and then papasok. Kunwari Q&A. Oo, kasi syempre para makita ng ating mga aspiring beauty queens. How to, ikaw kaka-win mo pa lang. So, you have that winning aura. Si Prof, kakabagsak lang ng estudyante. Nung exam week.
Madami akong pinapasa.
And also, let me just remind everybody, she is actually getting her PhD. So soon it's Doc Hannah Sison.
Hopefully.
Yes, in
Please pray for
multimedia
that.
arts. Well, I'm so happy and proud na may kaibigan akong smart and beautiful. And meron pa akong bagong kaibigan na very, very stylish and smart and beautiful and long-legged.
Thank you.
Ayan. So, we would love to see you guys how you would come into a closer interview. So, kunwari, ako yung mag-i-interview. Kailangan maldits ang itsura. Ladies and gentlemen, the closed door interview. First candidate, Hannah Ruth Sison. Candidate number 2, Charyzah Esparago. Parang pag ako yung mag-interview, parang napapasmile ako. Parang na-imbibe ko yung mga aura ninyo. I love it. So ganun po dapat, ganun dapat ang intro. Pag magko-close door interview, kailangan agad. I'm here. You're watching me. You're here for me. Ganun ang peg, di ba?
Yes, yes,
All
yes.
around talaga siya. It's not just about your answering, but also the way you enter.
Importante. Yes.
Everything.
Oo, actually, when I entered Binibining Pilipinas before for my evening gown, kailangan agad. I am here. tapos titingnan mo yung buong paligid. Pero pag closed-door interview, paano ba? Titingnan mo sila isa-isa?
Yes.
Definitely.
Kasi
Eye
usually
contact,
5 lang yan or 10,
Yes.
di ba?
Yes, very like to the point where you have to create that connection with your eyes from the before you even create the connection with your words.
So you smile at
It's
them.
sort of like you're flirting with the
Yeah.
judges, but not really flirting, but you know what I mean.
Oo.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've been talking about resilience inside the interview room. But the resilience is also tested outside of it. Bago tayo magtapos, pag-usapan natin ang balitang yumanig sa mundo ng kagandahan. Netizens are questioning Angelica Corporal's public display of luxury, including a high-end bag, a car, Rolex watches, and ownership of a wellness spa. One commenter noted that she has no generational wealth, making it surprising that she reportedly afford all those flex, including a condominium in BGC. The issue, which has been linked online to Senator Joel Villanueva, was reported by Billionaire News, and Corporal has since set his social media accounts to private. Okay, so pageantry indeed doesn't just test beauty and brains, it also tests resiliency. Now let's talk about how a queen can rise above scandals and remain empowered. Prof. Hannah, anong masasabi mo sa mga bashers? Kasi alam ko din how it feels to be bashed online. Siyempre ikaw, may experience ka na rong nabash ka. Ano yung mabibigay mong advice sa mga girls, especially mga beauty queens, na takot mabash online?
Honestly, back in our day, it wasn't so long ago, but I think it's harder now compared to back in our day
Yes.
because social media is mas talamak right now, di ba? But what I did was I actually stayed silent for a while. I paused. I did not rely on my emotions and just immediately answered
Answer,
everyone.
oo,
Because when you're emotional, you might be talking about so many of your thoughts without really being rational about what you're gonna answer. So it needs a little bit of a pause for you to think straight and maybe help with ask help from other people how you can address
Yes,
things
tama,
in a positive way. Because when you talk about communicating to people, it's not just about you expressing your emotions and your thoughts. It has to also come out in a way that people will be able to understand
Oo,
you.
kasi respeto din, kailangan din, you show them respect, na I'm a person, I have also background, I'm also myself. But yun nga, mahirap din kasi it's also a mental problem inside,
Yes.
di ba? It's a mental fight inside also, na gusto mong lumaban, pero hindi, because we are beauty queens. We represent a lot of communities, a lot of women, and we speak volumes. So yung isasabi natin, it's important at maraming makikinig, di ba, Miss Hannah?
Ayun nga, communication is two-way. It's not just you. It's also
Oo.
them being able to understand. So what you say should also be aligned to how they understand it. Kaya kailangan pag-isipan mo talaga.
Yes.
It's not supposed to be emotional. You have to be very rational din.
Yes.
Kaya nga may mga PR as trabaho, di ba?
Oo,
Kasi it's really
oo.
important how you show yourself in the public.
Oo. At saka wag masyadong magpakita ng kung ano-ano sa online. Kasi babalik po yan talaga sa atin. Kasi pag beauty queen ka, you also become a public figure.
Yes.
Na-target ka talaga ng mga tao. How about you? I know you're very new in this industry. But syempre, you're also a business owner. So, with that in hand, ano yung advice mo mabibigay sa mga future beauty queens?
Well, it's just a matter of understanding exactly how far your voice can carry now. Like you said, you are a public figure. So that means that what you choose to speak on, it speaks volumes.
Yes.
And what you choose to stay silent on also speaks volumes. So always turn it towards the favor of, once again, your advocacy and also just what you stand for as a person. So if this is a topic that you feel really deserves to have your opinion in the conversation, absolutely include it strategically in a way that allows, maybe lesser voices to be heard. Because that's really what we're standing for at the end of the day. And we're so privileged to have these platforms. It's really all about what Ate Hannah said, it's using it wisely.
Yes. Sabi nga ni Pia words back, think before you click. Oh, diba?
Period.
Think before you click. Thank you so much, Charyzah. Thank you and congratulations.
Yes,
thank you,
thank
Prof.
you.
Hannah. I
Thank
hope you bring many, many more multimedia artists in town. Thank you so much for having the time and being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. The closed-door interview may be private, but its impact is public. It's where a queen story meets the judges' hearts, and it can define her journey. This has been Bea Santiago reminding you to stride with pride. Ituloy ang Rampa.